Good evening. Welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman. Tonight we have Batman 1989, Tim Burton's film, Danny Elfman's film score, maybe Danny Elfman's finest film score. Special guest, Mr. Matchstick, who's a big Batman fan, so I hear. So don't disappoint with your Batman knowledge, Mr. Matchstick. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Got my paycheck in today. I am just in a nice mood.
Good. Paychecks are nice.
It's like paycheck today, broke tomorrow, right?
Uh-huh.
Not unless he's trying to get the new Xbox, I guess. I don't know. Actually, the PS5 is even worse than that.
I'm going to spend them all on books and be a nerd.
Yeah, well, hey, nothing wrong with that. By the way, Daniel, I have to ask you. You were asking me about the Wii the other day. Why were you asking me about the Wii? I'm curious. Did you see a Wii in the store?
I did. I've been cleaning out a client's office since like Thursday. It's over with as of today. And they had a Wii. I came across it, and I was like, I wonder if this is something that's good or not. And but you said you didn't want it, so I gave it to someone else. So.
Oh, you got it for free.
Yeah.
Oh.
I also got a TV. I'm a proud owner of a Samsung flat screen 1080p LDS or something.
You got a TV now.
TV. Yeah, it's like
Daniel has not had a TV since we've been doing this thing. You've been watching your movies on your little tablet. David Lynch would not be happy.
I know.
But no, I don't know. Does your TV have a? Is it smart? Does it have like apps and stuff you can download it? You don't know
plugged it up yet. I gotta find a place for it.
If you don't, I'll tell you a pretty inexpensive. I swear by Roku, but other people like Amazon TV app, and some people like the Apple TV. That's very expensive, actually. But I would get yourself a streaming device. That way you can watch your stuff on your TV. Okay.
Well, I got a TV, and I got 2 laptops and 3 desktops and a fancy monitor and like 12 cartons of toilet paper. I got lots of stuff from the office. I got a stack of mailing envelopes and legal pads and all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. I came across some naked pictures. He was not my type, so I threw them away.
Ew.
Yeah, be careful what you leave behind at the office. That's all I'm going to say. Because eventually somebody will find it.
Maybe get rid of those. Or you could, well, no, let's not go there. I'll never say. I was going to say you could blackmail him, but then I just gave it away.
No, I don't even know who it was. I don't care to know. He's not attractive, so.
Yeah, I know.
The wrong plumbing, so.
Okay.
But let's welcome the chat. We have Melissa Harris. Thank you for coming. I see Age Boomer was in the chat. Chris P. How are you, Mr. Chris P? And Jedi Masters Utopia. How are you, sir? So, Batman 89. Does anybody like this movie?
Anybody who's seen it?
I like it. I remember seeing it when it came out in the movie theater.
I did too. I saw it at the Dollar Theater that summer.
How old was I at this moment? 89.
You were like
10? Probably around 11. Yeah, 11 years old. Yeah, that's about the age. I saw this when I was 11.
What about you, Mr. Matchstick?
I was a -12.
-12. Okay.
But
that's okay. That's okay. We'll still.
This was a big one to see in the movie theater. This was a big summer for movies. This was in '89. This was Last Crusade. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade came out this summer, right?
Yes. I think '89 was like the first modern movie summer season. You had blockbuster after blockbuster, record breaker after record breaker.
Was Back to the Future Part 3 also '89?
That came out in November of that year.
No.
Part 3. Hello, sir.
Oh,
no, Part 3 came out the next summer. Hello, Sir Ian. How are you tonight? We haven't started. Don't feel bad for being late.
That's right. Total Recall was also in 1990 because I remember those were both out the same summer. Okay.
Yeah. Topia says he was 14 and it was the first movie Yes, UHF was also released in summer of '89. Chris P.
Cool.
Huh. Well, anyways, do y'all want to start the film?
I think so. If you are everyone queued up,
Zootopia, you good?
not Zootopia, Matchstick.
I'm sorry, Mr. Matchstick. I'm looking at Zootopia on the screen. I'm sorry. You ready, Mr. Matchstick?
Yeah.
All right. Do your 1, 2, 3 or whatever you do. All right.
3, 2, 1, play.
Play. Thank you.
Yeah, I got the Warner Brothers logo.
Yeah, the Blu-ray player. I swear, it's like there's like a 10-second delay. Okay, I'm seeing it now. It's going into the clouds.
Yeah. I did not take any notes for tonight because I've just been so crazy busy for like the past 6 days. So I'm going off memory tonight.
Well, I can share my own memory about the score.
Well, I got some good information about the score. Originally, the producers wanted someone called John Williams to do it, but he was busy doing other things called Indiana Jones.
Yes.
And then they originally wanted Prince to do the score along with Michael Jackson and someone else, but that didn't work out. And yeah, can you imagine that? How weird would that be?
I don't know.
I think it would be weird. But they finally allowed Danny Elfman to do it, but no one wanted him to do it except for Tim Burton. And he said he was very, very nervous to score this film.
Well, because Danny Elfman had he done a score yet?
Film. Yes, he did Beetlejuice, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Hello, Alistair. How are you?
You know, they use this soundtrack in the Lego Batman games.
They did. It was so odd. You're playing Lego Batman, but they have this epic Danny Elfman score playing in the background while you're playing it.
Well, so I didn't watch the Batman movie very much when I was a kid. I watched a lot, but not as much as I played the video games. So whenever I hear this soundtrack, I'm like a little Lego Batman running through the city, beating up like those all generic thugs.
Oh, please don't tell me you were a kid when you were playing Lego Batman. I'm really going to feel old. Okay.
I was a kid.
No, see, I had the Batman NES game, which is loosely based on the movie because the Joker has an army of mercenaries and he has like cyborgs and other things working for him. And when you fight him, he commands lightning to strike at you from the ceiling.
Sounds about like a... what do they call it? What do they call the thing when they take a video game and they base it off like a movie? A licensed product. Yeah, it sounds like a generic licensed property.
Wasn't though. It's actually one of the best on the NES. It's actually one of the best uses of a license, but that was not common. Most of the time they were junk, but this was a good one.
Gotham City in here.
Yeah, I remember seeing this in the theater, and I'm like, ugh.
Probably one of my top 5 favorite Gotham cities.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't rank number 1. What would be number 1?
I'd say, and cinematically wise, honestly, Schumacher. Schumacher comes closest to the perfect Batman movie. Yeah.
Let me see.
Well, why is that?
Because Gotham City, I say, is based off of 2 things. One is a Gothic style architecture. The other one is the Art Deco style architecture.
Yeah.
So like this movie, it has all the Gothic stuff. And like the animated series has all the Art Deco stuff. Schumacher has both. That little bit of neon lights, just a little bit of neon lights here and there. Perfect. That is a perfect Gotham right there. Has big, imposing skyscrapers looking down at you. Those misty alleyways.
It's interesting. I remember seeing Batman Forever in the theater, and that didn't have Elfman doing the score, did it?
I don't think so.
No.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good
Goldenthal.
score.
I remember the score.
What's his first name? What's Goldenthal's first name? Crap. Elliot Goldenthal.
Elliot Goldenthal. Okay, because I remember that theme too. Because I think they were that was. Oh, here we go. I keep wanting to say this is Steven Dorff, but I know it's not Steven Dorff, this actor in the hat. I remember the score. We had the score on audio tape. You know, the remember the tapes you could buy?
The Danny Elfman one,
the
or the
Elfman score, the Danny Elfman score. No,
I still have it on tape. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been meaning. I thought I owned this on CD, but I guess I don't. I need to look into getting this on CD. I think I got the Prince score by accident on CD. You know, not the Prince soundtrack, I should say. You know,
there's a expanded complete score for both Elfman scores currently available on La La Land Records.
How much?
I think it's $50, which is a steal because if you get it on the secondary market, it's 3 figures.
If it's for both returns on this, that'd be worth it. Yeah.
Both. Yes.
Might look into that. But anyway, I remember being a kid in the theater thinking these are horrible criminals. I do not like this place.
Then the Batman just comes down.
Yep.
I wanted to ask Ian, did you get to see Batman when you were stationed in the Falklands? I was just curious about that.
These are like the scuzziest looking criminals. They are. You think of like who you don't want to run into in a dark alley. It's these two. It's like, it's like.
Shoots Batman, just gets up like a.
I was impressed with this because I'm a kid, and I think I knew enough about Batman to know, he's not like, he doesn't have superpowers. But I was like, how is he getting back up? You know,
body armor.
Yeah, kicks him right through the door. All right. This movie could have been perfect. I'll tell you what bugs me about this movie a little while. It's same thing that bugs everybody else who killed Batman's parents in this movie.
It's kind of, I have a problem with it, but it's, how modern stuff, some of it will just have 1-2 things that's SJW.
Yeah.
Kind of feel like the same thing with here. You just get 1 or 2 things off. I'm gonna be bugged about it, but overall it's just gonna be.
Yeah, no, this is still a great movie, and I am gonna defend the screenwriter because the screenwriter is in the documentary on this, and he was telling Tim Burton, do not make the Joker the killer of Batman's parents. And then, like the one day he wasn't on set, Burton shot the scene where it's all, it's like. So, I'm kind of curious as to what the original screenplay was. In fact, I think one version of the screenplay even had Robin in it. Didn't it?
It actually did. This one I know a lot about. Mm-hmm. They actually had like not animated per se, but like sort of
storyboards, right?
Storyboarding. Yeah. That was voiced over by Mark Hamill and Kevin. I'm blanking out his name. The guy played Batman in an animated series.
Oh, okay, yeah, Kevin Conroy.
Conroy.
They actually voiced him. They actually got those guys to voice the storyboarding for the Robin parts.
Yeah, and that would have been interesting. I think Robin's very underrated. I think people kept associating him with the campy show from the '60s, and I felt
because this didn't have Robin in it.
Yeah, that's probably why.
They should have brought in. I know that Batman Returns probably would have been filled up already, but they should have brought in Robin when Tim Burton had him.
Yeah. Here we have the great Jack Nicholson, who is my favorite Joker. I will say this right now. We've had a lot of great Jokers, but I think he might be my favorite one.
I'll be back.
Who's your second favorite?
Sure. It's hard. Might be Mark Hamill. I like Heath Ledger a lot too, though. I'm not taking away from him. I mean, that was a great performance too. Different than Nicholson's. Okay. I like this Joker. I like him starting out as a gangster. Okay. I like the fact that he was already a bad person, probably with some psychotic tendencies already. Okay, you know. Now, of course, he's called Jack.
Did you like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker? And I know that's a politically charged question.
Who, me?
So
I thought it was no. I made a point on the last stream I had with Troy. Like we geezers, we were talking about that. I was saying, look, the reason why they might, if they do another Joker movie, why they might want to tie it into this new Batman series is because they probably want to have Joaquin Phoenix play the Joker in this new Batman series because he's that good as the Joker. I mean, no, it was a great performance. Again, though, I don't know. It depends on how this next Batman's going to do, though.
Here we got Discount Harvey.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I wonder if he was created before Harvey Bullock.
I think so.
Yeah, and to be fair, Harvey Bullock is the slovenly detective, but this guy's a slovenly detective who's also corrupt. He actually reminds me of the what's his name from Batman Begins.
Flash.
Yeah, he reminds me of that guy.
The funny thing in the comics, Flash was an ex-Marine and he was fucking huge.
Okay, well, yeah, that's not this guy.
Yeah.
I love the dialogue in this, though. I say you're full of shit, Knox, and you quote me on that.
Wait, no, he wasn't a Marine. That was Jim Gordon.
Oh,
but
okay.
He was still fucking huge.
Yeah, and this guy is
a big, brawly football star, I think.
And, you know, it's okay if you want to create it's okay if we have a Harvey Bullock-like character, but it's not Harvey Bullock, because Harvey Bullock, as bad as he is, he's still a cop. He's not gonna, work with the criminals, okay?
Or Harvey Bullock works for the criminals originally, then starts.
Oh, really? Interesting.
That was in the Gotham TV show, which I kind of liked.
Interesting. I need to watch Gotham.
Gotham, it has a lot of things wrong, but you'll find yourself enjoying it.
Probably would have rather watched that than The Flash. I was between that or The Flash. I went with The Flash.
Watch Gotham.
Then I tapped out after season 3 of that. Here we got
Gotham is like the cheesiness of the Adam West combined with the stylization of the Burton movies.
Okay. That's what it kind of looked like to me from what I saw of it, but yeah. Your A1 nut boy and Grissom nose. Okay. Yeah, see, he's already calling him nuts,
It's Bob.
Yeah, Sideshow Bob. Not Sideshow Bob. Oh, I call him Sideshow Bob. That's not his name. And that was the guy who was in Conan the Destroyer, right, Daniel? The actor?
Bob?
Yeah,
that's what Al said. Yeah.
Yeah, my second cousin's mother's son went through here or something, Remember that whole routine?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gotham looks just fucking. Oh wait, am I allowed to curse?
I'm not monetized, so
it's fine.
It looks dirty, grimy.
It looks terrible.
It does look dirty.
I mean,
they built all this on the soundstage too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I grew up in the shadow of New York City, so I'm kind of not that this. Of course, I always heard that Gotham was supposed to be Chicago than New York, but I don't know. It depends on who you talk to. I've always seen Metropolis more like a West Coast city, even though people said that was supposed to be based on New York, But I think on Superman the Animated Series they made it more like a West Coast city.
Harvey Bullock. Oh, and that was
that was what?
Bob Kane right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
That was Bob Kane.
Cool.
Alistair shared a nice memory with us. The film score for this film is one of the few, as a child, inspired me to wrap myself in a towel like a cape and stand on an end table and feel like I was looking over Gotham City as Batman.
We also missed Harvey Bullock over there. Harvey Bullock is played by Lando Calrissian. What's his name?
No, you mean you mean Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent.
Yes. Billy D. Williams.
Yeah.
Good actor who I wish I saw in more things. He was in a wonderful movie I love called Nighthawks with Sylvester Stallone, which I enjoy a lot too from the late 70s. But it's good seeing him in this.
I have seen Knox in something else.
I want to say he was on an HBO series, but I don't know.
He looks like every TV dad.
He does. I think
he does. Yes, he does.
Did he play a sports journalist on a show once or something? I want to say.
Sir Ian, did Pinewood, is that the studio that burned down back in the day?
Oh, I love.
That's where they used to film James Bond. Am I remembering that correct?
Where?
At Pinewood, isn't that where they would film James Bond movies back in the day?
They filmed a lot of stuff at Pinewood. I think Star Wars was filmed at Pinewood, right?
I think so.
Did this come out before Batman Year One?
I want to say yes.
Okay.
Or around the same time.
So if so, I would have recommended using Carmine Falcone in place of this guy.
Yeah, and I think they were kind of going for that when they did Batman Begins, but they make sure they have Falcone in it. I think this was before Year One because Batman became huge after this movie came out, and I think there became an interest. And I think Dark Knight Returns was before this, but I don't think Year One was. Yeah, I could be wrong. I want to say Dark Knight Returns maybe around the same time as this or like a year before. I could be wrong though. Here we have.
I do kind of like the mobster element of Gotham.
Yeah.
It's not that important, but it is kind of interesting. Like the Falcones and Maronis, when they show up rarely and pretty well in each whenever they show up.
Yeah, I mean they made a big deal out of the mob on Batman the Animated Series, and I think they changed the names because they didn't want to.
It was Rupert Thorne.
Rupert Thorne, who I think in the comics was more of a political boss than he was a mob boss.
He's part of the Gotham City Council.
Yeah, I think they did that on the show because they wanted to maybe they were afraid of going with Italian stereotypes or something. But I noticed when they did Mask of the Phantasm, they went ahead with the Italian names for the mobsters. But in the anime series, it was Stromberg versus Thorne. But you could tell they were supposed to be Italian. Okay, and I liked how they tied Rupert Thorne to Two-Face.
Yeah,
and that was neat.
Which he's a replacement for Maroni. Which Maroni, I think. Was he in the original Two-Face story?
He not on the animated series, but I think in the original Two-Face movie he was in Batman Forever. They showed the trial of Boss Maroni.
I know, I'm talking about the comics though.
I don't remember.
He was in Batman Forever. He probably wasn't in comics.
Yeah, I would think he was probably.
Yeah, never mind.
Well, I remembered after this movie, I did buy a comic book called Secret Origins. And I might still have it somewhere, but it was all about the origins of the Riddler, the Penguin, and Two-Face. Okay,
I remember the earliest Two-Face origin story I've read is "Eye of the Beholder," which did have Maroni in it.
I see.
I love Alfred in this. Rest in peace, the actor. He was in Dracula, right? The actor.
He was in Horror of Dracula. Yeah. I'm not sure. Did he play?
Who's the one with? He was the one in the. What was his name?
Christopher
Lee and I'm forgetting all these names now.
Oh yeah, he's an all-time actor. I should find his name. I want to say it's. Who played Alfred in the Batman movies? Yeah, he was in Horror of Dracula.
I love how I'm forgetting everybody's name. This guy, his eyebrows make a bat.
Huh.
I find that funny.
That's funny. And here we get to see Michael Keaton for the first time without the mask.
And Kim Basinger, more importantly, who is not ugly at all.
Yeah, not ugly. I have to tell you, you see Knox at the beginning, and you're laughing at him, and you know you'd be acting the same way around her. You'd be tripping over yourself. It's
Sir Ian says Star Wars was L Street Studios, and Alistair named his German Shepherd after Carmine Falcone. That's just hardcore gangsta, Alistair. That's really hardcore.
Michael Go. That's Alfred's name.
Carmine's a great name for a dog.
And Michael Flynn says Pinewood Studios is where Kroll was shot. Yeah, how did London get all these great studios for filming?
Well, England had been a big player in making movies for a long time, and maybe they still are to some degree. But I remember back in the '60s and '70s, they were pumping stuff out like anybody else.
They were.
They like I said, those Hammer movies were wonderful, and yeah, it looks like Michael Gough was his name. He was in the Phantom of the Opera, the Hammer Phantom of the Opera. Oh, it's so bad. He tries seducing the young Justine Singer, and he says, "You're a delicious little thing, aren't you?" You know, it's a creepy scene. It's just he plays the guy that runs the opera house. And
no, I you know what I would like? I would like a proper. If they ever do a good DC movie universe, I would like a Gotham noir movie where it's just about the cops.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what they were kind of promising with that HBO Max series that's supposed to be set in this new universe, which I thought I was reading up on it. There's no reason this couldn't be good because it would be based around the cops, but maybe even in a corrupt police department. That might have been kind of interesting. And maybe Batman could be like a side character, like in the background that they would run into every now and then. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It might be an interesting idea for a show. I don't know that that's what we're going to see, though. He is so obnoxious here, Knox. I'm sorry. Must have been king of the wicker people. Shut up. This is when I don't like him.
Bees, not the bees.
It's Japanese. Because I bought it in Japan. Bruce Wayne.
Hey, I'm just going to say, if I had Bruce Wayne kind of money, I would have a room just like this, too.
I would have rooms for everything.
Yeah.
I know in this movie they say that he hasn't been even in all the movies, and even he hasn't ever been in all the rooms in his house.
That's funny. I that's how big the house is. They should release a blueprint of Wayne Manor. Like they had Star Trek blueprints. They should do one for Wayne Manor. I'd be curious.
Boomer, Matthew Flynn talking to you about Batman Year One.
Oh. So Batman Year One, then. What about it?
I think you were making a reference about something.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
And just for the record, I'm not a big Batman fan, so
I saw the animated adaptation.
It's supposed to be one of the worst adaptations of it. Right?
Oh, great! I don't know. I thought it was
one of the worst one of the lesser like animated movies in the.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. When did Batman Year One come out? I got to find out now. May 1987. Nope, this was before this movie. Okay, it's possible. You know what? You know what? This film was probably already into production by the time that came out. So it was.
And why they're so odd, they can afford to be. Yeah. Like a fly going around my man or whatever. There's a camera.
Of course, I'd have cameras everywhere. I'd be like Leslie Nielsen in Creepshow. I'd have cameras all over my property. It's like,
well, just 3. You'd think one would be enough.
Yeah, I know.
I love in Batman Arkham Origins that they have a recreation of the back of Peter there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Exact same thing like this.
And Alistair says, I'm just a few hot toys away from becoming a Batman fan. Perhaps so.
The toys for this movie, if Troy were on, we could ask him. I remembered I did buy some at the time. They were not impressive. You want to know what the toys were like?
Plastic.
Yeah, they were plastic. The smart guy. Okay, they had the tradition. They had the Michael Keaton Batman, the with the black costume. Okay, I think they
like reuse stuff from.
They did.
Lines?
I'm going to explain.
Yeah.
I'm going to explain that. I want to say the Joker was based on the Nicholson one, but then again, it could have been reused because I remember it did come with a hat. He did have the hat, Maybe it was a reused figure and they just gave him a hat to go with it, okay? Like the Nicholson one in this. And you had Bob. Bob was a character you could buy. And the rest were all repurposed Batman figures, I think, from the 70s.
I do like how Bob gets a figure. The goon.
He does. Well, why not? I mean, but then I'm getting like Mr. Freeze and the Penguin. Then I find out these are actually older figures.
I kind of find it weird how they rename Ace Chemicals to Axis.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was to make it more. That sounds like something out of a Looney Tunes. At least they didn't name it Acme. Maybe they thought Ace sounded too much like Acme. I don't the Acme. I don't know. So here they are. This is probably my favorite piece of music in the whole movie. Yeah.
Well, not on physical media, but I do own it I have it on my phone.
Cool. I wonder what the name of this track is. You know what the name of this track is?
Here's Gordon coming out like a boss.
Yeah, I do not.
I remember this. This is my nose. You know, I love the police uniforms in this. The black leather.
They look stylish.
They look very stylish. I love everything about this. I love the fact that the Joker actually does come from the underworld in this, whereas sometimes they leave his origin more mysterious. I mean, but, you know, we still don't know where he came from before this, but it's not surprising that he would have worked for a criminal.
You know, honestly, in like alternate medias that isn't like the main comics, I'm completely fine with Joker. I don't care now. I'm fine with Joker having an origin story.
Yeah, I mean,
as long as it's not the main comics.
And I'm going to say this. He's still a mysterious character. He's called Jack Napier in this. And they made a point on Batman, the animated series, that the Joker's just had a lot of aliases. Okay. So even when he was a criminal, he probably forged documents, made up names, you know. So it's not who is he really. But I like the fact that he's working for
We still don't know much about him.
No, we don't. Oh, look at this.
He's just a random mobster.
Oh, I love this when he hangs the guy, and I almost thought he was going to kill him, and then no, he's just trapping him.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Commissioner Gordon sees the Batman for the first time.
He only saves him in front of the police.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, I don't. And I love this. This is so destructive. And all these chemicals, and they're all these horribly toxic-looking colors, right? He's busting them.
And the police are just breathing it in.
This is not a good place to have a shootout, people. This whole place could go up, right? I mean,
I don't know what Sir Ian. Boomer Ian's got the track title for you.
Oh, what's it called? First Confrontation. Okay. Man, I like just punch him. I think that was in the commercial for the movie. You got to see him punching the guy's face from the back. I remember this was a huge deal when it came out.
Yeah, Batmania, right?
Yeah, no, everybody was going nuts over this, and there were still people that were angry. They didn't like the more darker tone because the Batman they knew was the one from the '60s. Okay, and to be fair, it's all Batman at the end of the day. It's
as long as it's quality, it shouldn't really matter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mr. Matchstick, do you like the Christian Bale Batman movies?
Just a second, I'm sorry, I was eating a bit, but I actually do like them. The ones I've seen.
Yeah,
they're not perfect in any capacity, but they're good.
Yeah, I also like the Dark Knight trilogy. I would defend them. I know some people don't like Rises, but I get a kick out of it. It's a different take on the Bane character, but I thought it was interesting. Nice outfit. Oh, he was going to shoot him right there. Oh, I like this next part. Is where Eckhart think about the future. Eckhart, think about the future.
Man, he looks like he's done 12 things of marijuana. Eckhart.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Shoots him. I don't know what gets ricocheted. Does glass hit his mouth? I don't know.
So it's a bullet.
Ooh.
Okay, this is the big interpretation scene. Does Batman let him go help? He is trying to help him up.
Yeah, look.
Okay.
Look, he's straining.
Yeah, he's straining.
And then
he just couldn't get a good grip on him. I'm sorry. Okay.
He gives out.
It's not like in Punisher Warzone where he turns on the recycling thing after Jigsaw falls into it. Okay.
Well, I'm perfectly fine with Punisher doing anything to criminals.
Well, that's the whole point of the Punisher. Yeah, I mean that's that character. I
You know, I really don't like how Commissioner Gordon gets less and less screen time throughout each movie, and he gets progressively fatter and fatter.
By the time you get to Batman and Robin, it's almost embarrassing. He's like he's in the ice cream plant or something.
At least he does, you know. All right, in that scene, at least he does something.
That's true.
That's probably the most Gordon's ever had as heroic. That is the most Gordon we've ever had in the whole.
I know, but it's
stupid.
Oh, by the way, Joker's fingernails were green. That was a nice touch.
One interesting thing I learned about Danny Elfman while researching for tonight was he cannot read music.
He can't read music?
He cannot read music.
He plays by ear?
He can read individual notes, much like, you know, you can't read, but you know the letters of the alphabet. And that's why he doesn't conduct. He has never conducted a score his entire life.
Even I learned how to read music.
Well, okay, I can't read music, so, but...
Neither.
Thank you.
I had piano lessons when I was a kid. Well, at least I used to be able to read music. I don't know if I could now, but...
The gigantic table. That was something
I have a table like that.
But I mean, no, it's like they're sitting on the opposite sides of the table.
Can you please pass the salt?
That's just impractical.
Yeah, I have a table almost that long. Yeah.
But the thing is that they're sitting on the opposite sides of the table.
Yeah. I know that's.
Alfred did not succeed in this.
No.
Now, no hanky panky, young Master Bruce.
Oh wow. Do you like this room? And now he's looking around. You ever been in this room before? See, that broke the ice. Okay.
I actually like that room.
Yeah. I know in The Long Halloween they have a scene of similar to that, except it's Selena taking the this going up to Batman's side.
Oh. Here we got. I wonder, Alfred, does he like just cook you whatever you want?
I would think so. I mean, if you have a butler, I mean, that's like, you know.
Or does he have a set meals that he always does? Okay, like I'm the decider what's getting cooked tonight. You know, it's like...
One man, one mansion, a whole bunch of kids. How can this butler keep it clean?
I don't know.
The answer: superpowers.
Tell me about it. That's a lot for just one staff member.
I really doubt. You know, Alfred probably just like hires out some people to clean stuff once in a while.
Maybe because I mean, do they have stables there? I mean, I would think he probably has horses, right? I mean, I'm just.
My thoughts about Wayne Manor is that it should have everything.
Bowling alley?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Golf course.
You know that stupid Superman argument where it's Superman is as powerful as he needs to be for the story involved?
Yeah.
That is Wayne Manor.
Okay, as big as it needs to be for the story. Okay, here's the surgery part. This part creeped me out when I saw this as a kid.
Yes,
here.
yes.
It's not as bad as the gangster meetup scene, but gangster conference scene, but it's a close second.
See, as a kid, I got a kick out of the gangster meetup scene because I was in the creepy stuff. But no, this, you don't even see what he looks like yet. The doctor's like, you see what I have to work with here? Is this like a mob doctor or something?
Probably.
Like,
or maybe, I don't know, some other type of doctor, like not even a human one.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just.
And now you just found Joker.
Look at him. He's like, mirror. I'm thinking this guy's a dead man. I'm like,
that guy is not going to survive.
No, I actually think Joker's so nuts he doesn't even care anymore. I understand that the nerves were completely severed, Mr. Napier.
Man, you know, you think for a mob boss he'd have his doctor clean his actual fucking, you know, medical office.
True. Of course, for all I know, he had to you know what? I have no idea what's going on.
That looks more like that looks like a barber chair.
It does. Was like surgery on the side, blinking on and off. I'm like, what medical place is this? To be fair, go ahead.
Is this, you know, in the medieval times, barbers were the surgeons.
Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm thinking, though? I'm thinking that he couldn't use the Grissom mob doctor because Grissom wanted him dead.
Yeah.
So he's kind of on the outs of the mafia, the mob as well. So I guess he's going to whatever's available. Here we go. The great Jack Palance. This helped resuscitate Jack Palance's career. He was not doing well up until this movie. But Jack Palance, he was a big actor, like in the 50s. Yeah, Grissom. Okay. Grissom. Yeah. He was a big actor in the 50s, and
he was Curly in City Slickers.
Yeah, that he got that role because of this movie. Okay, he was in westerns. He was in all sorts of things.
And Sir Ian says Wayne Manor interiors were filmed at Hatfield House in Hertfordshire, England. Have you been there? Are you allowed? Are people allowed to go and tour it?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, so that's why. You know, I never caught this, but the Grissom guy is trying to get to Jack's wife or girlfriend.
Mm.
I always wondered why he killed.
Well, wait a minute. I thought that was Grissom's girlfriend, or his mistress, or something. That's why he hated Jack.
Well, he's trying to call her off over Jack.
Yeah.
Sure.
Should think
hey,
of
Big Al's in the house. How are you, Big Al? Happy late birthday.
It's like, what does he say? He says your life won't be worth spit. It's Al's birthday?
Well, it was last week, but he hasn't had internet for a week. So
it's the Joker.
Yep.
And then Grissom just looks look at him like, what the fuck?
Well, what would you be doing? It's like,
I love that. I kind of like it when Joker just like that face of Jack Napier when he's not having the mouth open but smiling.
Yes. He completely sells it. This is a great performance by Jack Nicholson. He should have gotten an Oscar nom at least for this. They were just being snobbish at the time. This was a great performance.
At the time? That is the Oscar's natural state, my friend.
They get things right. Well, no, not now. But in the old days, they would do things right sometimes, and they would do things wrong. But I could tell they weren't. They didn't like because it was Batman. This is like, and fine, give it something. Come on. What even came out this year? What won Best Picture in '89?
Apparently, '89 was a competitive season, from what I heard.
I don't know that, or was it '90 at this point when the Oscars happened? I don't know. Because I know this movie was summer of '89. This was the big movie. We had Last Crusade. We had Ghostbusters 2. Remember Ghostbusters 2?
No.
Yep, I do.
Uh-huh.
Little Mermaid came out that year.
That was in the fall. You're right. Back to the Future 2 was out in the fall because I remember that was playing when Back to the Future 2 was out. I remember now. Okay.
Batman did win Best Production Design. Indiana Jones got sound editing. Little Mermaid got Best Original Score. Driving Miss Daisy. That's right. That got like Best Film.
I still haven't seen that movie. Winged Freak. Why did they get a load of me? This is him looking, I think, the most like the Joker right here. Okay. Like that's a comic book Joker right here.
Yeah.
Like when he does the ribbit and then now he's laughing. Yeah, that looks just like out of the comics.
Yeah.
Sir Ian says License to Kill is 89. That's true. It was summer of 89.
That's right. I like License to Kill. I know some people hate it, but I
like anything. I like any Timothy Dalton James Bond.
Timothy Dalton, right?
Yeah, that's my James Bond.
Okay, well he was only in 2, so.
Well, that's not his fault.
They had 2 scripts planned. One was actually going to be an origin movie, like how he was trained to be a spy, and then they were going to do another one, I think, set in Japan, where he's after an assassin in Japan. That was going to be the other 2 that Dalton did, but they didn't end up making it to the screen because I guess License to Kill did not do so well. But they did have plans. Those would have been interesting movies. We could have gotten 4 for Dalton, but
there were some legal battles that went on for a couple years, and it got back time to do them, and Timothy Dalton just thought he was too old, so he's like, "Yeah, I'll pass." So
okay, yeah, well, I don't think they gave that option to Brosnan. They just moved on. Look at that TV. It's probably a big deal now, right? that wooden TV, wooden frame.
I like TVs in wooden frames.
She passed out.
I love the outfits that Joker's in. Like this one.
He's got a couple.
Yeah, I always kind of like that about Joker. We're just the increasingly ridiculous outfits. Oh, you got an Asian guy. These are some diverse mobsters.
Yeah, well, there you go. Or they could be. These are the different syndicates. Of course, I don't know if they are. Are they the same syndicate? I don't know. Actually,
well,
that was
more. That's more creepy than with the regular Joker.
Yep. Yeah, when he's trying to look normal and it ain't working. They do a similar thing with Heath Ledger too in the Dark Knight where he doesn't have the makeup on. Of course, with that he actually puts the makeup on himself, resistance his skin. But yeah. Here we go. Let's shake on it. I love this. Like Anton, is this guy French? I don't know. He's like as a kid, I was kind of smiling with glee in this scene. I'm sorry.
I was real little when I saw it, so that's kind of
Oh, I'm sure. But yeah, if you're younger, it might freak you out. Yeah. And I love this skeleton, burnt, charred skeleton. Boom. Here are the Joker's men, which I guess are kind of mercenary types. So there you go. Okay, they're in the jackets. One thing I did like the first episode of Daredevil when all the criminals are meeting the Kingpin and the one guy goes, the one guy says something. He's like, "What did he say?" And like he says, "I'm Japanese, she's Chinese." Remember that? It's like we know this. You had Madame Gao and the guy that run the Japanese crime boss that was with the hand and all this, and just think it over. Oh,
I freaking love Daredevil.
Yeah, might be Daredevil might be the most Batman style character Marvel has. But anyway, go ahead. What are you gonna say, Daniel? Sorry.
I wish we'd gotten a 4th season on Netflix.
Yeah.
They say Moon Knight's coming.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac, right?
That's what I hear.
And Bob, you. One thing I'll say about Bob is completely loyal to the Joker, okay?
He is. No shade. No shade.
That's a nice.
Jack Nicholson got paid a ridiculous amount of money to be in this film.
Oh yeah, But let's be honest, I bet he helps sell a lot of those tickets. I mean, I think that's the idea. You want to have a big name actor that people know, but then maybe cast someone who's a little less known as your lead. Isn't that what they did with Superman? Because they had Gene Hackman in that as Lex Luthor,
And Marlon Brando.
And Marlon Brando as Jor-El. So, who are you going to... So you get Jack Nicholson to play the Joker, and then you get Michael Keaton to play Batman.
And you get Mr. Mom to play Batman.
It's a weird thing too, because I think the movie I remember seeing before this came out was I forget it. It was where the Michael Keaton character is in a mental institution, right, with a bunch of other mental cases, and it's a bunch of other patients. And Christopher Lloyd was in it, and it's all about them having like a wacky road trip or something. But that was a comedy, and I'm like, we're all like, this is the guy they get to play Batman. Of course, when you're a kid, you're not thinking as much about that. You're like, okay, it's the big movie. I'm going to go see it.
When you're an adult, I think you're going to think too much about that as well.
You probably get bogged down too much in this stuff, and it's probably not as healthy. But like I say,
he got paid $6 million up front, and then he got residuals on the backside.
That's a lot for '89.
So here we go. We got Vicki Vale, who is dressed to the nines in this movie. That's like top 1989 fashion. Okay, she's a reporter. Does she have money for those clothes? A reporter.
She dressed nice too.
I know. That's my point. Is that you're. Where do you get the money for? These are expensive outfit clothes. Okay. That was an argument made in the X-Files that Mulder and Scully were wearing their suits were too expensive for what they would have been paid at the FBI.
Yeah, I think they did David Duchovny and Hugo Boss most of the time.
Yeah.
So.
Whereas like when they're making the show Dexter, they were trying to have the cops dress more in what you'd expect, the kind of suits you'd expect cops to wear on what they were being paid as opposed to. But whatever, it's a movie, it's a comic book movie, and they look nice. Okay, look at that. That's a nice coat.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Dexter show?
I have not. I never really watched Dexter, so I'm not caught up on it. I know that people were angry about the way it ended.
But yeah, that's all I know too. So
that tends to happen with TV a lot. I take it as a lot of this matte painting, or is this set? That's kind of what I'm
set right here. This is an actual set. I mean, this was a huge investment for the studio, and if it had failed, it would not have been good.
I think every kid wanted to see Batman, and this was a big summer too, because like I said, you had Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. But Batman was a huge blockbuster. I wonder too. 90 was good. You get into the 90s, you kind of get into blockbusters that aren't all that great. I'm not trying to sound mean here, but like, how much did Batman cost back in the day?
About $100.
No, it did not. No,
I'll look it up. Look
it up for me. I'm not buying it.
I'll look it up. Looking it up
because I know that was what they yelled about Titanic about, was the fact it was hitting 100 million. And I like the mime. And I keep thinking,
what? No way! It was only 35 million. I
told you, and that was a lot of money for a movie back then.
I like how Bruce doesn't like him.
No, I would.
Bruce doesn't even like clowns before he meets Joker.
Have you ever run into mimes in real life? I have. We were at I think it was SeaWorld in Orlando, right? And you go sit down for this show, right? And there were these mimes, and the one mime looked like, I think, one of the Marx Brothers, right? Okay. He was funny. because like you'd see like this husband and wife sitting down, the husband has to get up for a minute, and then the mom sits down right next to the wife, pretending to be the husband. And it's like I was wishing he wouldn't do anything to me, but I was cracking up because this mime was hilarious. He was pantomiming things, and like I think he ends up in the show at some point too. Like it's always like a serious oh, here we go. We're missing the wonderful death scene. The pen is mightier. The pen is indeed
mightier than the sword.
He looks downright creepy here. The way he did his lips. Basically saying, "I'm taking over the city."
I love the gangster mimes. The Joker has a great aesthetic.
Yeah. And look at Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Completely unfazed. The bullet that flies through the jacket just misses him.
And the Joker just makes it mom.
I think he's thinking I've seen a ghost, right? That's what he's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
No way. Are you sure about that, Sir Ian? You can legally punch a mime in the head? Wow.
That'd be funny.
That's hardcore.
I have a question. Is the mayor in this based on Ed Koch?
I'm gonna look that up.
Because I don't know. He looks a bit like Ed Koch. He was the mayor of New York for a bit. All right. I like that. I'd like to have a giant extendable punching hand to hit my TV with.
Then you'd have to buy a new TV.
I'm the Joker. I can just steal one. Okay.
Hey, that's how you want to be.
May I have a glass of water? Okay. Is that ice water? Or does he have ice water in the sequel? I'm relieved to have you home, sir. Alfred, why don't you marry her? That's not exactly what I had in mind. I like how this is always a thing with Alfred wanting to get Bruce married off. Remember what he said in Dark Knight Rises? He's like, oh, you'd like me to seek out the company, Miss Coward. If you were to seek out a company with a chimpanzee, I'd be happy, because it'd be like, he's always dark and brooding, but anyway. Just found out Jack Napier's still alive. It's funny though.
Okay.
I remember there were two video games that I played growing up based on this Batman movie. There were actually a lot more too. The one for the Sega Genesis actually follows the movie, where you're running around and like the bosses you're fighting are based on the Joker's henchmen in this movie. Okay, and then you fight the Joker at the end. In fact, I think you even knocked Jack Napier into the chemical spill at the end of the second level. But the one on the NES was completely off the walls. It was like you're fighting like Firefly and Killer Moth and other DC Batman villains, and it's just you finally get up to the Joker at the end of it. And the great thing about the NES game is though. You see Batman holding the Joker up on the cathedral, and he goes, "Joker, you murdered my parents. Now you'll dance with the devil in the pale moonlight." And then you just see a silhouette of Batman punching the Joker off of the cathedral and falling to his death. That's not how the movie goes, obviously. I think the Japanese saw that, and it's like, what do you mean he doesn't kill? That doesn't make any sense to us. He has to get revenge,
Then anything less than death is dishonorable.
Yes, probably. That's what I'm wondering. Maybe they misinterpreted something when they saw this movie, and they're like, no, just he throws him off the building. That's how we're going to end the game.
Yeet.
Stop the press. Now, he already has a beautiful woman, but I guess she fainted at his face. So
well, I mean, his woman's cheating.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I was completely confused. You're right about that. You're right. She was cheating with him on. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
which is why she has that messed up face later on.
Yeah, I'm no Picasso. Sick man. Now, I remember at the time, most videotapes were not priced to own when this came out on video, but Batman
$29.99, right?
You could buy it. You could buy it. No, most videos ranked in the $100 phrase, but I think.
But
I think this came out
for
priced
like $30.
Yeah, this came out priced to own. You could buy it for Christmas. Okay, you get it for Christmas. This was, which was rare for the time. I think Disney movies came out priced to own, and this, and not too many others. Okay. Ship them all. We're going to take them out a whole new door. And of course, this I had to get because this was not on Showtime. This was a HBO exclusive, obviously, because Warner owns HBO, right? But
have a good night, Sir Ian. Thank you for coming by. Don't feel bad for having to go to bed. I fully understand. Thank you for coming by as always. We'll see you next week.
I can't stand the reporters in this.
The girls with the Joker smile.
Uh-huh. People used to make fun of reporters all the time in the 80s. I don't know what happened. Like Hollywood make fun of them.
Should we not make fun of reporters today?
No, we should. I'm saying movies had made fun of them, okay? Oh, look, she's laughing.
There's such a bland and boring background.
I'm going to say this too. Her suit is terrible. Like you have Vicki Vale and the wonderful fashion sense in this movie. And then you have the professional women that just looks terrible.
I love Joker. The Joker commercials. That's such a Joker thing to do.
It is. I mean, that would show up on the animated series too. You do commercials
with the laughing fish. That is,
the laughing fish. I remember that. We interrupt this program. Yes.
I love it when Joker does it. Not an actor.
Brand X. This is a Joker scheme. This is a Joker scheme. This is something he would do. Okay. Yeah, she's done.
Mm-hmm.
Only your Undertaker knows for sure. And you're getting a bit of Tim Burton right here. This is something Tim Burton would. Love that joke. Oh no, the living lips. No. Oh no. Yeah, I like the Joker thing at the end too with the spiraling. Yeah, that's a classic Joker.
Thing. Joker's been using the media as a weapon since day one.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, the radio. That's right.
Yeah.
In the first ever comic that he was in, he was calling. He was doing the call on the radio, and Batman and Robin are listening. Yeah. Another thing, Robin was around very early on.
Yeah, he was around before most people.
I think he was around before the Joker.
He was around before Wonder Woman.
Yeah, so it's not weird to see him. Like I said, maybe they thought it would be too much because I think there were storyboards that had Robin in this, but
there were.
We talked about that earlier.
Like Tim Burton, I love how they stop using makeup.
And I know.
They just
look terrible. Well, plus they have to use weird. They can't even shampoo properly like they used to. It's like, is he shaving?
And this is why you
Frizzy
need to have
hair.
a 6-month supply of everything that you need in your house, just in case.
Yes.
Just saying.
There's Harvey Dent. Billy D. Williams would have made a cool Two-Face, I think, but we never got to see it. In fact, I keep thinking the one on the animated series was based on Billy D. Williams, but oh well.
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Mm.
It's kind of weird when a character's design is so concrete that when the hair color changes and not the race, you still get weird about it. It still feels weird. Like with Two-Face, he's usually like a brunette Italian guy or brunette white regular. I I don't know where from. Regular guy.
Mm-hmm.
Not regular guy, but white guy.
He looks like yeah.
You know what I'm talking. And then Christopher Eckert shows up, and he's blonde, and it's just weird.
It is weird, yeah.
Like a blonde Two-Face. I'm fine. I am fine with a black Two-Face, but I am not fine
with a blonde Two-Face. Yeah. Aaron Eckhart, yeah. Aaron Eckhart, I knew for I don't know, like stereotypical good-looking guy or something. Like it was weird seeing him as Harvey Dent. Yeah, it just
he has a John line. He has a John line of superhero.
Yeah, he looks more like a guy that plays a superhero. Like he looks like Flash Gordon. That's who he looks like. Okay, if I'm thinking who he looks like. Excuse me, Mr. Wayne hasn't arrived yet. Oh, here we have the art museum.
I love this scene. But there's so many Eckarts today. We got Eckart, the gangster that's dead. Eckhart, the actor. Oh yeah, there's another actor. I was watching this YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. You know the Batman audio stuff from Arkham Asylum, the movie.
Yeah.
Well, a guy decided to make his own like series based on that, where it's like Jeremiah Arkham and talking to doing psychiatrist stuff with Arkham patients.
Mm-hmm.
And it's some really good stuff. And the guy who played Two-Face is named Eckard.
Oh, that's weird.
Not Eckhart, but Eckard.
Eckard, okay. Even the gas mask is color-coded. Put this on right now. Better do what he says.
Or you'll be having a...
That's great. I'm a busboy at this restaurant, and I get to die a horrible death. Okay, it's like.
Well, I mean, they're not.
Oh, they're not dead.
Are they dying?
I don't know.
Well,
it's the Joker. Would he kill them all? It's the Joker. It's not like Lex Luthor might not kill someone now necessarily. The Joker, he don't care. Okay,
the Joker, but sometimes it's the Joker. He doesn't. He go for sleeping gas rather than just I don't know, nerve gas.
Maybe it was sleeping gas. I don't know.
It's the Joker. I think he just picks up whatever he has.
Actually, I will say this. Sleeping gas would make sense if he didn't want to, by accident, catch a whiff of it or one of his men catch it. Actually, he's knocking everything over.
Yeah, do you think Joker cares even then?
Probably not. No, there's that wonderful scene at the end of Under the Red Hood where he's like, "No, let's all die together." Remember? He's like, "It'll be beautiful," he's like, Joker was here. Yeah, I can't. I'm thinking this is a restoration nightmare. Okay, right? There'll be a documentary on this how we restored these paintings the Joker painted all over. Stop knocking things over. This is priceless. He don't care. He's like, this is all crap. Except for the one he likes, right?
At least he likes bright colors.
Did he just destroy Renoir?
Prince here.
The $1 bill. He wants his face on the $1 bill. Oh wait, look, hold it. I like this one, Bob. Leave it. Yes, I know.
Okay. This is a guy who just has his eyes blotted out.
Yes. I miss boom boxes. Daniel, you're the sound guy. Do they still make cool boom boxes like this?
Yeah, you can buy them.
How much? Really?
Yeah.
They play CDs?
Sure they do.
Okay.
Perhaps I'll find you one for Christmas.
No. Just stop. Anyway, look at that, though. He sprayed the panels. Look at that. All right. What do we got here? He's hating this stuff. Crap.
Ooh, dead bodies.
Now that's good work. Yes, yes. He likes the horrible stuff. I don't know if it's art, but I like it. Okay, we can date. Is that what he's saying now?
You can buy an Iwali model TPR-950H vintage boombox for $1,900.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yes. Or you can buy one at Staples for $40.
Okay.
Choice is yours.
I love how Joker's goons are all undialing loyal. Even when he kills a whole bunch of them, they're still just stupidly loyal.
Yeah, see. Well, it's even worse than Batman Forever with Two-Face's goons, right? It's like you don't want to work for Two-Face.
And then you have the Arkham series where you just killing them like every other second, and they're just still stupidly loyal.
It's ridiculous. There's a wonderful scene. This unfortunately wasn't in the animated series because they couldn't get away with this, but in the Killing Jokes. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Here's the big reveal. I hated seeing her in that mask. Oh, I'm in trouble. No, why is she wearing a mask? Well, it's just a sketch, really. At least she has sit down. Okay. Show the lady why you wear the mask. I'm no Picasso, but do you like it? You know something? It's great. I like how she still has kind of she's not falling to pieces, even though she's anyone else might be freaking out a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, she was a war photographer.
That's true. So they do set that up. Yeah, she did. She's been in intense situations. Is Olive acting bad?
Someone might be outside somewhere.
There's the acid.
I love all the just the clownish stuff that's always so gone over to 100 with Joker.
That's how he'd act. This is something he'd do on the anime series. Oh, I'm melting. I'm melting.
And she's trying to comfort him before. That looks like, I love that shot.
Yeah,
it looks so bloody and gruesome, yet it's just skin.
Yeah, it's just skin melting off.
You have a line launcher. And the guy tries to jump up and get him.
I think a lot of people wanted to direct this, but I think Sam Raimi did. He ended up doing Darkman instead, like a year later or something.
And then Spider-Man.
Yeah, he did get Spider-Man, so yeah, that was cool. But Raimi wanted to do both The Shadow or Batman. He didn't get either, but he did get Spider-Man. Okay, the Batmobile was cool. I had a little Batmobile Matchbox style car when I was a kid. You remember the Batmobile?
Yeah.
Daniel? Okay.
Yep.
Did they do a Lego Batmobile like this?
I think so. If Alistair's still here, I'm sure he knows.
I'm kind of curious. This was a model kit you could buy. I remember that.
I love the sound of the Batmobile in this.
Yeah, no. I think this is my favorite Batmobile, hands down. I don't think there's one.
I think the animated series beats it out for me.
They're similar. I do think the Batman animated series took a lot of its look from this. I mean, I think,
I hate to say it, but I think the animated series just cherry picked all the stuff from the Batmobile in here and made it better.
Yeah. There's that wonderful episode of the anime series when the penguin finds the mechanic.
Cabbages.
Yes, of course. There's always a cabbage stand.
Well, Penguin finds the what?
The mechanic.
Oh, who
repairs the Batmobile. Remember, he holds his daughter hostage. You'd better.
He's like the fat black guy.
Yeah, and Yeah, and he basically says, well, yeah, and his origin was interesting too because he was a whistleblower for a car company that the company was going to release things with brake pads that didn't work, and he says, people are going to die in these crashes, but they didn't want to do anything about it, so he whistleblowed, but then the company had to, of course,
let him go.
Well, they fixed the car, but they let him go, and he couldn't get work after that, and Batman hired him. Okay. Because I guess he knew who knew he was and what he did, so he figures, okay, this is the guy to work on the Batmobile.
Batman, why are you asking a woman's weight in a situation like this? Don't you know they find it offensive?
Yes. Why
shouldn't Batman be able to guess?
You weigh a little bit more than 108. Yeah, well, the one on Batman the Brave and the Bold would be able to guess. Of course, I don't know. He's not Sherlock Holmes. Like I said, there was that one episode of Batman the Brave and the Bold where he goes back in time and meets Sherlock Holmes, and Sherlock Holmes deduces his entire origin story from his costume. You took the thing you fear and use it to drive fear into others. That's why you wear the bat suit. Like,
and then he falls onto the freaking...
Yes. Oh, and he keeps making... Sherlock was awful in that episode. He kept picking on Watson, calling him a moron and stuff. And it's just... All right. Wait a minute. What's that? Some kind of armor. He's human after all. Think about it. Up till now, the criminals think he's some kind of supernatural force or something, right? I have a question. Was she doing that to distract them, or was she doing that to get a picture of his face?
Think she's trying to get a picture.
Okay.
Chris P says there is a Lego Batmobile, and it's pricey. And sure. Alistair says he still have his Batmobile.
Oh, from the old days, yeah.
It is ninja guy.
Yeah, he.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. You're gonna say.
I love the brace.
Well, no, it was funny. What my uncle, I don't think he had seen this movie before, so we showed it to him on videotape, and he's like, "Oh, Batman took care of that ninja guy or that kung fu guy." He was like, he's a boss in the Batman game for the Genesis too. You fight this guy with the knives. That's who you want to have go up against Batman. You want some martial artists on your goon squad.
Oh, you want to have a good one.
Yeah, well, you want to have a good one. Yeah, I mean,
well, you get someone like Deathstroke. He's going to cause Batman some problems.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like in that movie Blind Fury with Rutger Hauer, which I call a gauntlet movie where he keeps fighting more and more of the criminals, henchmen or whatever. And finally the guy says, "Get me Bruce Lee." And the guy says, "Bruce Lee is dead. Then get me his brother." Okay. Basically he has to fight a martial artist that's on his skill level at the end of the movie, because he's the criminal is getting tired of the nonsense with the goons getting taken out.
Batman doesn't really have a...
How about what?
He just uses the same voice for Keaton.
Yeah, but you know what?
It works, but still, it's not a very Batman-y voice, I'd say.
No, I mean, maybe some of the inflection's a little different, but yeah. Keep in mind, we hadn't even had Batman the Animated Series yet. So they probably didn't understand the whole idea of having the same actor do two different voices yet. I mean, I don't know if that was ever portrayed in the comics, how he has a different voice or not, but...
And then you have, the guy from the Nolan movies. I'm Batman!
No, that's actually where they falter a bit for me. Was I get it. I want to give Bale credit. He is trying to do a different voice, but it's
trying to do it, but
it's not good.
They failed.
Frankly, you guys have all kinds of sound equipment at your fingertips. Just you can do magic in post. and just have it be Bale, but maybe change the pitch or something. I don't know. Do something.
And they have him sound like a lung cancer patient.
They do.
Like
it's not good. It's like the one thing everybody they had the guy in Community dressed as Batman, and then he was doing the Bale voice. It's like, no,
it's gonna kill your voice, man. I don't know how Bale did that for a whole movie shooting.
I don't know, and that's the thing. You could just do it in post and do things in post.
You know, I always kind of like the stupidly large bat caves. Like the ridiculously large ones, I always kind of enjoy those.
Yeah, well, that's how you expect the Batcave to be. Like, it's this big cavern.
Giant, like, size of that one building in Dubai. No, that's too big. Like, this is just gigantic cave with all these rows and rows of different rooms and stuff like that. And with, like, a lake at the bottom.
Yep. You know, Daniel, it's a pity you didn't hold on to that Wii for yourself. You could have gotten Lego Batman.
Yeah. I gave it to a good friend who's in the chat tonight, though. So
it's fine. That's fine. It's actually not a bad console. I was picking on it. I was saying, if you already have a Wii now and have games for it, go ahead and have fun. It's just an odd duck because it was Nintendo releasing a standard definition console when everybody else had gone to HD.
Look, he has soap on the computer. That's kind of funny.
What's on the computer?
Soap, like
soap. Well, that's his.
It'd be from like the hairspray and stuff that he's investigating.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's like trying to figure out.
It would be funny if that he always had like this little like bottle of like hand soap on the back,
like hand sanitizer or something.
That would be funny.
Or what is it that this detergent that was supposed to soften your hands?
That just be funny for Batman having that on the side.
Yeah.
There's this one joke in Venture Brothers where they have this Batman-like cave where they have this giant crown computer and it's from the 60s, and then they just have him using a laptop in front of it because it's like a 60s computer.
Oh, of course, yes. And it has like the big
yeah, and
like tape rolls.
The guy who's using is like, there's a computer from the 1960s. This has less RAM than a phone.
Than a wristwatch.
Than a normal watch.
Copy. Okay. So Vicki Vale, I never see her in anything else but this movie.
She's a comic character.
I know. She was like a love interest
for Bruce Wayne. She was in the Batman and vs. Dracula.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to watch that.
I need to see that too.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I saw a few episodes of the Batman show, the later one that came out.
It's easily an action Batman, but it's a fun action Batman.
Mm-hmm.
It knows what it's doing and it's doing it well.
I noticed on that series that on the original Batman animated series, the Scarface puppet for the ventriloquist looked like an old school mobster, whereas the one on the new one looked like the Al Pacino character from the '80s Scarface, which I thought was kind of a fun. Yeah.
I like that. And then Riddler looks like Marilyn Manson.
Mm-hmm.
Which I know that people don't like it, but it's a guilty pleasure for me.
Yeah, I need to give it another look, especially since I'm kind of Batman starved right now.
Yeah, it's a fun series. That is a fun action series. Like that and Gotham, they're not the perfect in terms of story, but they will be fun.
Hey, trust me, compared to what we're getting now, I bet they're lots of fun. I'm sorry, but anyway,
yeah.
I'm too down on modern stuff. Apparently, Quiet Place 2 did very well, so I'm kind of curious about that.
I'm not interested in that horror stuff. It's
not for everyone.
I like older stuff, but this modern era is just too scary.
Yeah, this one was more. if I could compare it to anything, I'd say it'd be more like an Alien type thing. But I don't think it was terribly gory. But I have to rewatch it again. So here we have. Is this Vicki Vale's apartment?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Apartment.
Well, that is...
No, that's an apartment.
Superman in the animated series has something similar to this. And on a reporter salary.
Maybe she wrote a best-selling book or something, right? Like maybe she published the photos of the Maltese thing and it became a bestseller and she can afford the rent. Because come on, if this is this is a major American city and that's a very nice, spacious apartment.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Look, you're a real nice girl, but right now, shut up. Okay.
And that's how you talk to women, boys and girls. Probably not. I probably wouldn't advise that.
Okay, I'm different sides of their personality.
So you're looking at him like he's crazy.
This was like my problem with the film. Why does he have to tell everyone he's Batman?
I think in the old comics they played it kind of coy with him, Vicki Vale. Like she was always trying to find out who Batman was. Oh, I don't know, Vicki, and he was dating her. I kind of like Vicki Vale as the love interest for Batman because I think she's more grounded than some of his other love interests. So she might actually be good for him. Let's give Bruce Wayne a happy ending. Come on, let's not always be not have to be an old man in the Batcave when Terry McGinnis shows up. And
Vicki Vale's in the Arkham games.
Okay, that's cool. Eats breakfast. What's he talking about? Kisses somebody goodbye.
He's trying to get out the worst that he's Batman, but he can't get it out.
Goes to a job. No.
He's crazy.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't say I'm Batman.
I'm Superman. No, I'm sorry.
Well, we know that Superman takes place in the same universe because of which that movie is stupid fun, but at least they have that.
Exactly. But anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is,
wouldn't it be easier just to show her, just like, hey, come over for dinner. I got something to show you at the house.
And then he opens up the clock.
Yeah.
He has the boombox. He has the boombox.
Here's the Joker. This place you got here, lots of space.
On a reporter salary.
I mean, maybe they made more money. Maybe she's, I don't know. Like if you win a Pulitzer, maybe. I don't know.
Well, she was talking about about potentially winning a Pulitzer.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, she's experienced, right? Maybe she's more in her career. I don't know.
Is she still married to Alec Baldwin?
No.
Okay.
Please, that got broken off a while ago. That got broken off right after LA Confidential had come out. They announced the divorce.
LA Confidential was a great movie.
Yeah, that has.
I watched that. I actually watched that for the first time like a few months ago. That was fun as hell.
It's a great crime movie. Another Warner Brothers movie too. Good for Warner Brothers. They did know how to make great movies. I'm sorry, I'm being mean to them. I'm hoping that everything comes back, that we're getting a lot of the bad stuff because of a combination of all the woke stuff and also the pandemic slowing things down. I'm hoping that eventually things will get back to some kind of normalcy, but we'll see. Bruce Wayne.
Translation? Anybody know?
I don't know. It showed up in the captions as how it sounded.
Yeah, same thing for me.
Is it French?
Yeah. Probably.
H Boomer, you might want to read Chris P's comment there.
The fact that
Chris P
knows that I know what makes me laugh.
No, that was a big thing back in the day. Like they had a bad divorce. Remember, he got into that. He had that nasty call with their daughter. I wonder what their daughter looked. Actually, not going to be good. I was going to say, I wonder what their daughter looks like now.
I'll look.
This is something I don't understand. Not that I'm a fan of dynasties, but if you have two legacy actors and they produce a kid, maybe the kid should be in acting if they're at least halfway decent at it. I don't know. I mean, we like to see pretty people on the screen, right? So I mean, okay, here we go.
Nuts.
This is one of the best acting chops, and this is where Michael Keaton shows that yes, he was the right choice for Batman in this scene right here. When he goes, "Let's get nuts." That's intense. That's not comedic at that point. And to be not that comedic acting is bad either. I think it takes in some ways more talent to be a comedic actor.
Did you ever dance the devil in pale moonlight?
Yeah. Never rub another man's rhubarb. I'm sorry, I like that.
That's also a joke quote.
She looks just like her mom.
Okay, yeah. Like I say, I don't know why Jean-Claude Van Damme's daughter isn't in movies. Okay, I don't get it.
Maybe they like doing stuff other than movies.
I don't know. No, she wanted to break into film. She was even saying she was trying to break into film. And she looks like a woman could be she's beautiful, but she could be an action star too. Like, she knows how to do the splits like he did. Or does. I guess he still does because he's still doing stuff.
Here, check this out.
What?
Remember Warhammer?
Yeah.
Check out Private Chat.
All right, let me take a look. Oh. Is that a play on that? Okay.
Yeah, that's a little Bane joke.
Oh, funny. I am necessary evil. Oh, look, the computer's asking if I want to install updates right now. I used to work at a newspaper.
I could see that. Did you like it?
I didn't do anything editorial. I was more in getting the thing prepped for the online edition, and then I was in charge of pre-press, which is also getting it ready for the actual physical edition too. So I was kind of running both things at some point. Oh, did we lose?
If you think about it, it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't know that Bruce Wayne's parents were dead. Like, that'd probably be before their era.
Before their era, I'm wondering too if this was something where the press maybe didn't. I mean, are they looking at? I guess they're looking at articles right now, right?
Yeah.
But I'd like to think that maybe you don't want to plaster that all over the papers.
It'd be like 10, 20 years, 15.
It'd be a while.
Nobody would really remember it.
This was in the days before the internet, so people didn't have instant access to all information all the time.
I mean, like the murder of like the Waynes would probably be big, but still, it's like 10, 15 years.
Yeah. You know what?
I don't mind it either way, whether it's affecting Gotham to its core for like a whole lot long, or people don't really remember it. I don't mind it either way.
It's interesting. I'm trying to think, because how famous is Bruce Wayne in this city? That's the thing. I mean, is he just like?
You're the richest cat in town. People know who you are.
But it's like Paris Hilton before you knew who Paris Hilton was by her doing all the stuff. Like, I'm sure the Hiltons have kids, but was I paying attention?
Like, I always imagine Bruce Wayne being like Bill Gates or something like that. Like, just super rich.
Yeah. Well, it's
like him and Lex Luthor have got to be plastered over like the face of the world.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It was interesting because they have. It's funny. I think there was a comic book where Lex Luthor walks up to Bruce Wayne and gives him some kryptonite, and it says, "Our kind have to look out for each other." like they're both the rich upper class. Like, and he gives him some kryptonite. And I know Bruce Wayne took it. It's like, you know what? But I wonder if that's where he got the kryptonite from, that he holds on to in case
he melts it into a ring.
Yeah. Well, no. Oh, look at this.
That's actually that'd be a great origin from where he gets the ring. I mean, like that'd be almost as good as Superman giving him the ring himself.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that because I know that with It was just funny how Lex Luthor looked at Bruce Wayne. It's funny. Doesn't know he's Batman, So it's
let me look it up.
I'm pretty sure that was a comic thing. I mean, I don't know if that was where he, but I did think there was something where Lex Luthor gave him some kryptonite, and it was funny. The big Dukaroo with me in the corner and the other. Who are you rooting for, Daniel? The Joker or Batman?
I'd have to go with Batman in this case.
But think about from the people's point of view. Are they trusting Batman at this point? Do they think he's just another nut?
They know the truth. Batman is a crazy vigilante, but he, you're not rooting for a fucking. Oh, excuse me. You're not rooting for a crazy murderous clown.
No, but he doesn't. He don't look like a clown. He's got that nice tan skin on his face.
Yes.
Yeah, we saw him in the ads actually with that stuff. You're right. Yeah, he's a psycho. Let's be honest. There was a wonderful episode of Batman, the animated series, where Batman takes out some criminals in front of the mayor and causes a kerfuffle in front of the mayor. And the mayor talks to reporters and says, "Are you happy with what Batman did? No, that was a job for the police. As far as I'm concerned, Batman and other criminals like the Joker are cut from the same cloth." And then the Joker sees that interview and flips out. He's like,
and then he kidnaps his son.
Yeah, he's like, "You're comparing me to Batman," and it's like he got real angry. He got the mayor when he did that.
I remember Hamilton Hill, and that one was Hamilton Hill is usually really corrupt, but no, and he was just a jerk.
I got the impression that he was probably slightly corrupt. Not corrupt to the level that he's working with criminals, but if there's morally like corrupt. A normal politician would be, as opposed to a modern politician. Anyway, let's go. Move on. Here we got Crime Alley.
Is that what it's called in the comic?
Yeah, that's what it got named in the city.
Oh, well, it's like in Park Row, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Park Row.
Yeah, he. I liked on the anime series Bruce Wayne had to see a psychologist too, or a psychiatrist after this happened to help him get over help him with this.
You would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're a child and see your parents get gunned down, you're probably going to see a therapist.
That's a psychiatrist speaking, Alfred.
Yeah, well, he helped too, but he also saw a therapist on the show. She was actually a friend of his dad's, which I thought was interesting.
There's a theory that the guy in the hat that's not Joker in this scene right here is Joe Chill, like that guy right here.
That makes sense.
He's probably Bob, which also makes sense, but I like him more that he's Joe Chill.
Joe Chill makes more sense. Yeah, looks like another criminal.
Always better.
Look at this younger version. Terrifying. That guy could play the Joker too. I guess he is. But he has that face, the smile.
He has that smile.
See you around, kid. I like the fact that there's old school gangsters in this movie. I mean, because that's really where characters like the Joker came from.
I love it. I love that Gotham. Whichever age it is in, they always have those old school gangsters.
Yeah, because I think the reason for that was, if you think back to the 1920s, you had all these larger than life criminals like Al Capone, and you had Babyface Nelson,
Mickey Cohen.
Yeah, all of them, and they're all getting all this stuff in the papers. But these were really nasty characters, and I think the average American is looking at these larger life people, but they're also these doing horrible things, and it's like
supervillains.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. And I think in the ways the characters like Batman and Superman were written as answers to those, at least in a fictional context, Yeah, and that's why you have characters like the Joker showing up, like the Penguin, yeah, and the Shadow as well, yeah. Dick Tracy. It's just something I have to do. Why? Because nobody else can. Plus, you have psychos like the Joker running out of there.
Come on, yeah.
This is how it is. It's not a perfect world. That's more Superman's thing. The perfect world.
I just want to stop as much crime as possible.
Stop as much crime as possible.
And maybe get some what's it called? Some of my built up rage out.
Yeah. So there we go. But I liked that one episode of what was it? Batman the Brave and the Bold, where Batman decides to give it up, but then Bruce Wayne decides to give up being Batman, but then he becomes then he marries Selena Kyle, and then he has, I guess, is it Damian Wayne in that? I'm not sure, because I know that's really Telugu's son. But then you find out that Robin took over as Batman. Dick Grayson took over as Batman, which I thought was interesting.
I always kind of like the version where Bruce Wayne, where by the time he's ready to give up the cowl, Damian's ready to be Batman.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I know it's bombs, and I don't care. I think in the game he had machine guns on the car and blasted open the doors to get in.
He did right there.
Oh, he did here. Okay, he did here. Okay, yeah. So that's from the movie.
You know,
okay,
I find it funny if they had a news report saying that no one died in that explosion.
You know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm sorry. No, I don't know. It's like boom. Look at it going up in flames. Whew.
Oh, that is cool.
Who owned the Access Chemical Company? Do they have any security there? Like...
You would imagine it'd be Wayne Enterprise since they basically own half of Gotham, but I'd rather it not be.
Yeah, let's not. I love the balloons.
I love it.
And the Prince music go along with it. I'm sorry. It's perfect. Actually, we often talk about score on this. What do you think of the soundtrack, Daniel?
Loving it. The
Prince.
You mean like the Prince songs?
Yeah.
I don't care for Prince.
Oh my goodness. Well, Troy will not
He's
like you.
He's not my cup of tea.
Troy won't like that. He's a big Prince fan. I really like this song. This is perfect for the parade. I'm sorry. This is.
Hey, people trust. Believe in me. The Joker.
Well, they want free money. You want free money?
I also love it. You also the faces.
Money's not free, Boomer.
Fun fact. Wait, what?
It's free here.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this.
Fun fact. The dollars on the face of the money is the Joker.
Yes.
They're not getting real money.
You can't really see it in the movie, but if you got the comic adaptation, you see you see it in there. And that was when he made the comment, "Oh, $1 bill," when he looked at the George Washington. I think that's where he got that idea.
I love how the X-Men are also so having fun.
Yes.
That's pretty.
Look at him. I love these balloons. I'm sorry. These are hideous balloons.
Giant nose.
What I like about this too, it looks like stuff he appropriated. Like maybe this was during their Thanksgiving Day parade or something, right? You know, it's like
Macy's could have a good time and bring out the Joker balloon.
Of course. Actually, it's funny. Could you imagine like a Snoopy balloon with the poison gas in it? Oh. The Joker would be sick enough to do this in the Macy's parade, right? Have the stuff start spewing out poison gas on the ground. I don't know. But this is sort of a villain scheme. This is like a Ra's al Ghul style scheme. Poison half the city, come on.
Yeah, but you see, in the Ra's al Ghul, if it had a purpose behind it.
Besides Joker's just
having fun.
Yeah, Joker's just nuts. Okay, here we go. Batmobile.
I did like the Batwing back in the day.
You had a Batwing?
Awesome.
I
didn't have one, but it's pretty awesome.
I had a die-cast Batwing, I think, as well. I wanted more toys for this, to be honest with you, at the time. They kind of cheaped out on the toys when this came out. They really should have done better. So who do you trust? Hubba, 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 money, money, money. Who do you trust? I trust the guy giving away free money. He even has a bill on his hat. Look at that. Where's the Batman? He's at home washing his tights. I'm sorry I laughed at it. I like the villain too much in this movie. He has too much personality. I'm sorry. That's the problem with
Batman's villains just have so much personality. They
he has the best rogues gallery.
They steal the scene.
Actually, others argue the Flash has the best rogues gallery, but I don't know. I like
Flash is a good number 3.
Yeah,
Spider-Man and Batman are
Spider-Man. Yeah,
will always be 1 and 2.
Kingpin's one of my favorite villains. Yeah, and I'd still consider him a Spider-Man villain.
Daredevil's probably top 10.
He got co-opted by Daredevil.
I'd say I think Kingpin can fit in both.
I think so. I mean, they team up too. I've seen it in the comics where him and Daredevil team up. Oh, look at that! Here comes the gas.
Nothing. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Nothing can stop a villain from having being in 2 rogues galleries.
That's true. Like Deathstroke showed up in Teen Titans, but then also shows up in Green Arrow, right? Yeah.
I like that less.
What, Green Arrow?
Yeah. No, Deathstroke.
I think they wanted to give Green Arrow a bigger villain, I guess.
I mean, I'm fine. It's just...
He was better on Titans because
he's always better on Titans.
He really messed with that team. There's DC dropping the ball again. Why haven't we gotten a proper? Well, I guess we had a Titans TV show, but oh, look at that.
You know, as one thing I have to give it to the Titans TV show is that their costumes are hit or miss, but when they're hit, they're done very well.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet because I know that was the DC streaming's big exclusive.
Do not. Don't watch the Titans.
Okay.
Watch Doom Patrol. Don't watch Titans.
Okay, Doom Patrol's better. Okay. Look at this though. I have to tell you, set work, model work in this, it holds up well today. I like you see the baby. You see the baby. Look at the baby one. These are horrible looking.
I love them.
We have the falling goons. Okay. All right.
I wonder if that would be aerodynamic in real life.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe.
In the old days, it was the Batcopter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Before they had the Batwing. The Batwing's cooler. My favorite episode of Batman the Animated Series is the one with the Clayface origin episode where he uses the Batwing to go after one of the guys that's working for Roland Daggett, and it's funny. He basically just rips the guy out of his car and holds on to him like in a claw on the Batwing and is dragging him all over the city saying,
I love that scene.
Who was impersonating Bruce Wayne? Because, of course,
Peter
and the guy said, what was impersonating Bruce Wayne? It was Bruce Wayne.
We need to go back and watch Batman Animated Series stuff.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Look at this. He captures it. He's like, my balloons.
My balloons.
Come on.
I love that. I love how they bring that back. Wait, no, never mind.
Here we go. Those are my balloons. He's mad.
Yeah,
I think this was the.
Huh?
I think this was the biggest movie of the summer when this came out. I think this
was the biggest U.S. movie.
What?
Oh, you were saying, Daniel?
It's the biggest domestic movie, but if you take in the world box office, Last Crusade beat it.
Okay, so Last Crusade was more popular worldwide. Okay. Gun. Okay. Oh! Don't shoot Bob!
Yeah, Bob's what?
Is he mad because Bob didn't tell him about the Batwing? Bob didn't know about the Batwing.
Monarch Theater.
Yep. I love this part.
That was the cover for the score soundtrack.
It was the cover for the audio tape. I remember that. because the prince had the regular bat symbol, and the score had the moon. Okay, the Batwing going up to the moon. This thing's got missiles. It's got machine guns. They're not meant to hit people, though, right? Rubber bullets, right?
Right, Batman? Right?
You can kill someone with a rubber bullet.
You know what's funny? I remembered on yeah, hit me. Yes. That actually, you're right. That's the hit me scene of this movie. Come on, hit me. I was so hyped for Dark Knight when I see that trailer. Come on, hit me. You know, it's like, oh man, because we've been waiting for the Joker to be on screen again, and
now it's just too much Joker.
Probably. I'd like to see some other villains, you know.
Batman has a large rogues gallery.
I'd like to see Professor Pig, or maybe not. I know. I watched the trailer. They did have a trailer for the Professor Pig episode. Like there was like a theatrical trailer, and I watched it before that episode happened. It's like, can we come up with a villain more messed up than anyone else in the Rogues Gallery? Let's come up with Professor Pig. Oh man, he wears a pig.
Professor Pig. We got Mr. Zaz.
Yeah, Mr.
We got
Zaz.
Jane
Oh no, Kim Basinger, not pretty enough for me.
Okay.
Too blonde.
Whatever.
Yeah, too blonde. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't care for blondes either, but sometimes it's just like it's okay.
I'm basing it on the Seinfeld episode where like Jerry's dating this woman and she used to go out with Newman, and he's like, he broke it up with me. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. And he's like, wait a minute, he broke up with you. And like then he starts having doubts if he should be dating her, right? You know, because it's like, and Newman says she wasn't pretty enough for me, and I'm like, it's Newman. It's like
which one was Newman?
The mail carrier, the mailman, the one who was in Jurassic Park.
I haven't seen enough of Seinfeld.
He was the guy in Jurassic Park that got spat on by the dinosaur after he tried stealing the stuff in the Barbasol can. You know what I'm talking about. You've probably seen him in other things. It's just the point is that he's not exactly a leading man. Do you know what I'm saying? And he turned down this pretty girl, and then Jerry's wondering what's. Actually, I think his perfect girlfriend he had on that show was the woman that was named Lois, because of course Jerry Seinfeld's a big Superman fan, so of course he was dating. One of the women he was dating was named Lois, and of course he couldn't get over that. He kept saying stuff like, "I'd have to be Superman to do that, Lois." You know, like he would say stuff like that.
You know, Gotham should always have one stupidly large cathedral.
Yes.
Yeah.
All cities should.
So.
Like one that doesn't even make sense to build one this large, but they just have one. Shit. Drop it.
Oh, Melissa Harris thinks Joker's gun was super badass. It destroyed the Batwing. All right, is this like Cinderella with the slipper? Is he sniffing the shoe?
He kissed it.
He kissed. Okay, that's a bit more high class. See, he's a high class psychopathic criminal. Okay.
Yeah.
He can speak French and wears berets and stuff.
Joker's always high class, except when he's beating Robin with the crowbar. But aside from that, what?
Yeah, that was dark. I appreciate the fact they did that Under the Red Hood, but didn't do it on the main animated series. I think that was better. Do it in a standalone Batman animated movie that does not.
Under the Red Hood is really good.
Oh, I like it a lot. Yeah, it's
Best Black Mask.
Yeah,
I don't think they top Black Mask in that.
I liked Black Mask. I was kind of disappointed we never got to.
personality wise.
I would have liked to have seen I would have liked to have seen Black Mask in an actual Batman movie. He was Is it true every Seinfeld episode made a reference to Superman in some way? I'm not sure, but it wouldn't surprise me. He did a wonderful Saturday Night Live bit where he was dressed as Superman, and he's on a radio show and being interviewed, and like the garbage strike is going on, and he's like, I don't care if there's a garbage strike going on, I'm not picking up garbage, Superman says. And people keep calling in the show asking Superman what he's going to do about the garbage strike, and he says, I'm not picking up garbage. And he goes, and then the woman on the radio says, Superman, what a piece of, and like they had to bleep her out. It's like, you know.
Funny enough, Jerry Seinfeld looks more like Michael Keaton.
That's true. That's true. But you know, I mean, it was a bit they did on SNL. I always thought Jerry Seinfeld would have been perfect as Mr. Mxyzptlk in a Superman movie. That would have been...
I always thought would be good as Mr. Mxyzptlk.
Who?
The guy who played Penguin. Shit, I'm forgetting his name.
Oh, Danny DeVito?
DeVito, yes.
I could see him as Mr. Mxyzptlk too. Yeah.
I'm the trash man, and now Superman's the trash man.
Yes, exactly. Then they had, I think Bronson Pinchot played the prankster on Lois and Clark, if I'm not mistaken.
I think Tim Curry was
or was it Tim Curry? Okay.
Tim Curry was like Mr. Mxyzptlk.
Oh, and he was Mr. Mxyzptlk. Okay, because I think the guy who played Balky on Perfect Strangers.
Or somebody that looked like him.
Yeah. Could have been Tim Curry. All right.
Oh.
This is just classic Batman 89, the tower scene. You wouldn't hit a man with glasses. Remember that line?
You know, as much as I like the Batman with eyes, like the regular eyes, but he needs to have white eyes starting now. Like every single Batman property, from like live action, any live action thing should have Batman with white eyes.
You mean the ones that emote and all that?
Like Deadpool. Like the Deadpool movie.
Maybe. I don't know. It's like people are used to it this way. They might have a bad reaction.
People will like it if they do it.
It's funny. I know what you're saying because Spider-Man can get away with it. Deadpool can get away with it. It's just
have all the superheroes with white eyes except that has masks, like Green Lantern.
Well, I think Green Lantern could have glowing eyes, like the green glowing. Yeah, but you don't like that? Okay. The white eyes need to be more popular. They're standard superhero stuff. They should be standard in live action too. Here's the actual. You see, Joker got a guy who could try to kick Batman's ass. Yeah, well, that's what you have your henchmen for.
He didn't bring up the beret guy. He brought up a guy with a hook.
You should have had the kung fu guy up here. Okay, you could have thrown ninja stars at him or something.
He would just fall down the belfry.
I know. No, without you, I just wouldn't want to go on. The bang thing. Now, this, of course, what is this? What is this musical number, Daniel? This is the waltz number, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's kind of funny. Mm-hmm.
It seems kind of odd, but it seems to fit.
Yeah. I think it's a very jokery theme.
Well, because he's doing the waltz while Batman's waltzing with the goons, right? You know, he's doing his dance.
Goon is winning right now.
Yeah, well,
I think that's appropriate.
I actually think,
and a black goon, and like Joker's out like black goons, Asian goons, white goons. Joker doesn't care about your race.
He's equal opportunity employer.
You're all red on the inside when Joker opens you up.
Yes. Plus, his skin's all bleached at this point, so he's pretty beyond all that. Oh, look at this! Oh, knocks him. Oh, that's a bad way to go.
Gotta hurt.
Oh,
it's okay though, right? Take a couple.
Yeah, I'm sure there's an old mattress at the bottom of that tower. Okay,
You're falls in a pile of garbage.
Yeah, up a pile of garbage. Yeah,
it's what Nightwing did.
Of course. It's as though we were made for each other. Beauty and the Beast. Anyone else calls you Beast, I'll rip their lungs out. Okay, yeah, funny. Okay. I will say this for the Heath Ledger Joker. I think he is a more of a physical threat than this Joker.
Even though I think this Joker looks more...
Well, I think
he doesn't have the standard Joker skinniness.
No, but I think he's the most classic Joker I've seen on screen. Look at this. What is she doing? She's kissing him, and he's like, uh-oh, what's going on here?
Oh, okay. I'm kind of into it.
It's Joker. Okay. Say such beautiful things. So powerful. And purple. Oh, I love purple.
Wow.
I'm going to kill you.
Ugh.
You made me, remember? And that was an easy thing to get over. And don't think I did. I'm sorry. That's funny. It's never good when the criminal falls into a vat of chemicals, right, on these things.
I remember Two-Face from the animated series. We
Yeah.
got blown up into a vat of...
Yeah, I think, there was some chemical thing that blew up and messed him up.
That was one of the best episodes of the series.
On Superman the Animated Series, the guy that became the parasite, he was a two-bit criminal, and all the chemicals fall on him, remember? That wasn't Batman's fault, though.
Average guy equals supervillain.
Yes.
Unless it's a superhero.
Yep. When I say I made you, I mean, how childish can you get? He's got a point. With the guy with glasses on, would you? Oh! Bad form, Batman. You can drag him with him. What are you laughing at? Ha ha ha. How about you, Daniel? Did you see this in the movies?
Saw it at the Dollar Theater with my sister.
The Dollar Theater?
Yeah.
You weren't there like opening weekend?
I was very anti-Batman that summer. I was all Indiana Jones.
Oh, I see. You know, you can like two things. They weren't up against each other.
Like a redhead and a brunette? Sure, I guess I could.
Yeah, well, there you go. Or a blonde too. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
not that I don't like blondes though. You know, like I said, not Kim Basinger, not pretty enough for me.
It's the vanilla of hair colors.
Vanilla, don't like it at all. Oh.
It's vanilla's okay. It's just you're fighting against chocolate and strawberry here. You're not gonna win.
Here we go. He's dancing. You know what? Those pants ain't working though. The pants are too much.
I love the checkered one.
The checkered pants. That's a no. That's a no.
I love the copter with his face on it.
Well, of course, I'd have a. Well, he doesn't. You know what it is? He doesn't have a Batmobile. He doesn't have all this expensive tech. Get me a copter and paint my face on it. That's my Joker thing. Okay.
Branding's important for a supervillain.
Branding is very important for a supervillain. All right, here's some dirty pool.
He looks pissed right there.
Now, I'm assuming if the Joker had just let go, he wouldn't have fallen to his death. But then, of course, Batman's, I'm going to kill you. You know, just turn him over to Commissioner Gordon. Get out of prison. You're the Joker. It's not going to be hard. Arkham Asylum pretty much has a revolving door. Okay. No, but you had to wait. You had to get caught on the gargoyle.
You know, this is enough to say that Batman gets away with not claiming the kill on this one.
He wanted to, though.
Yeah.
Like I say, the NES game had it better, and just punch him and knock him off the tower. Okay.
He just throws him.
Yeah, I know. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they redid. Okay. Joker. All right, so here we go.
There's something wrong when Tropic Thunder, nobody dies in there, but in this movie, Batman's killing.
Yeah, I know. Tropic Thunder. I haven't seen that in a long time. How big is this cathedral?
Huge.
I mean, I know cathedrals are big, but this seems even bigger than the biggest cathedral. Okay, I don't know.
Like, it's Gotham. You go big or you go to Metropolis.
Ooh.
Look at this. I was wanting suddenly Commissioner Gordon. I was wanting the Joker to deflate like a dummy, and he's still out there. Come on, don't kill off your best villain.
Funny. Well, studios wanted a finality then.
They probably weren't even sure if they'd get a sequel. They were like, okay. Plus, Nicholson probably wanted even more money for the sequel.
Well, they wanted to have Robin in a sequel. I don't remember who they wanted to play for him. I know we got royalties from it.
They could have had Robin as the villain. No, I'm kidding. Okay. I hate you, Bruce. No, then we're dealing with something else, aren't we? Okay. What about us? What about your picture of Batman? She gave him a kiss on the cheek. That mayor looks like Ed Koch. I know they based him on Ed Koch.
Who's Ed Koch?
Mayor of New York during the 80s.
Ah.
He has a similar look, so that's what I'm wondering.
Was he any good?
It depends on who you ask. Probably not. I think everybody hated him after a while. They were making fun of him. Then it was ding. I think he was I think people.
Oh.
There's the bat symbol. Here we go. He gets the girl. All is well. Joker's defeated.
I kind of prefer that Batman doesn't get the girl.
Yeah, what do you prefer on Batman Beyond, where he's crotchety, angry?
No. I mean, like, I prefer him to get with Catwoman.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like in the end of the day, he's not gonna get. Him and Vicki aren't gonna work out.
No, probably not.
I always I always love the concept of the Bat family. It's like,
yeah, well, I told you they did an episode of Brave and the Bold, like where it was Alfred's vision of what it could be. Yeah,
I've seen it.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. He's gonna be late, Miss Vale. He's got to go take out some more useless loser muggers instead of going after a supervillain.
You see this? See this? That little fuck. That sounds like Danny DeVito is going around in a penguin costume, blowing up stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I kind of love that the Penguin has for at least up until now, with like Riddler and Bane and stuff. Penguin's been known as Batman's number 2 villain.
He was back then he was Mr. Number 2, and then I don't know who was 3, Riddler or Two-Face. I think Two-Face was 3, Riddler was 4. Like they would rank them. Yeah. It
was always like those 4 were the big ones. Those 4 and Catwoman were probably top 5.
Yeah, Catwoman was big. And here we got the credits. We like the credits. Best credits ever.
Well, no.
They're sufficient.
Best credits ever.
No.
You know why they're the best credits ever? Because they're the credits for Batman. That's why. Okay.
No. I think Temple of Doom gets best credits ever.
End credits.
Temple of Doom. Yeah.
The kids.
Temple of Doom.
What about the kids?
All day. Temple of Doom.
Whatever. So yeah, you were boycotting this because of Lethal Weapon 2. Did that also come out this summer? I believe. Lethal Weapon 2. I want to say it did. Yeah,
came out that spring, I think.
What was the Arnold movie this summer? Was there one?
Where did the Joker get the glasses? It's a Joker. Does it matter?
Yeah, it was in his pockets.
He's got pockets.
He's got pockets. He's got pockets on. He has pockets for his pockets.
Yeah, he's the Joker.
He probably has a bunch of novelty like weapons, novelty item weapons in his bags.
Oh, Zootopia says, sorry, Superman has the best credits.
Sorry, came out July 7th. I'm just wrong about all kinds of things tonight.
What came out July 7th?
Lethal Weapon 2.
Yeah, that was a big summer.
Yeah. It was a big summer.
Let me see. Summer of '89. What else came out? Did we get another Beverly Hills Cop movie, or was that earlier?
That was earlier.
Whatever. Summer movies '89. What's this summer going to look like? The summer movies canceled again.
Is that like
we had Cruella.
Black Widow's coming out next month.
Yeah, Black Widow. I don't even think that was even supposed to be a summer movie.
Probably not, but I don't really care.
87 was Beverly Hills Cop 2.
May 24th. I remember I was in school and I got to see it before my 6th grade class, and I saw Indiana Jones. Dead Poets Society? You kidding me?
Yeah, Dead Poets Society is 89.
Okay, let's see what else. We're gonna find out. Star Trek V: The Final Frontier.
Yep.
Oh, that was so disappointing. Oh,
I enjoyed it.
No, but you okay? You and
isn't
two
it like
other
the rule
people.
of Star Trek movies? It's like every other good one is good.
No, see, people say that, but I think 3 is still pretty good. Okay, 1 had its problems. 5 had. Don't get me started on 5. You like 5, Daniel? We'll do 5 someday on this. How's that sound? Okay,
that's fine. We'll get Big Al to come in on that because I know he
likes
Star
it.
Trek
Yeah, he
5.
likes it. It's pretty good. Yeah, I know. Okay,
no, actually, Big Al hates Star Trek 5.
License to Kill.
He hates it.
I don't hate it because I get what they were trying to do. I just think the execution was off. Okay, Ghostbusters 2. That's another movie where I like the first half of it, or liked about half of it. Okay. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah, after Batman, It goes downhill. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Do the Right Thing.
That's a good film.
Karate Kid Part 3. Ooh.
It's okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's the dark one.
Film.
Weekend at Bernie's. I saw that in the theater.
Yep.
Lethal Weapon 2.
Yep.
Peter Pan. Oh, they re-released Peter Pan. Who cares? When Harry Met Sally. UHF, I didn't see that in the theater. I should have. Friday 13th, Part 8. I didn't see that. I did see Turner and Hooch, though. July 28th, I saw Turner and Hooch on the big screen. Tom Hanks and a dog, okay? Parenthood, I missed that one. The Abyss, I saw it.
Yep.
Saw that in the big screen because that was James Cameron. It was a big deal.
That's his best film. That's his best film.
Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. Uncle Buck. There's a lot of movies coming out. This Sex, Lies, and Videotape, August 16th. Okay, big deal.
Yep.
It was a big summer. Not. And now I'm getting all types of warnings in like Korean and Japanese and stuff saying don't copy this disc. I have the Blu-ray, Daniel. What do you have?
I paid $15 to download it from Google.
You know, we got to get you a Blu-ray player because I think I paid less than $15 for all 4 on Blu-ray in a collector's pack.
It offered me the option to pay, I think, like $55 to download all 4.
All of them.
Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, this copy I got did not come with digital copies. How about you, Mr. Matchstick? Do you own a copy of this, or?
My dad does.
It's fine.
I do not have the money right now to go buying like physical copies.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure you rented it for $4, right?
Yeah. Yes, for renting.
Let's not be like Troy.
Matey.
Okay, yeah, let's not go there.
Or like go on YouTube and it's like $2 or $3.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad. All right. But this was Batman '89. What'd you think? Better than Last Crusade? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? No, I'm sorry.
Oh. You can return that birthday present now.
Okay. Anyway, go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So how are you guys thinking about the new Batman movie coming out? Not the live action one. I don't care about that one, but the animated one. The
Long Halloween. Not sure yet. Yeah. I still have to watch that Man of Tomorrow Superman one.
It's good.
I'll give it a look. I'm going to see if the library has it. I'm going to see if I can check that out. Because I want to watch that one. I want to watch the World War II Justice League one.
Watch Soul the Dragon. That is a good one.
That's the one on my number one. I want to watch
good
this.
one. That is fun as hell.
Well, I want to watch it because it's basically Batman and Bruce Lee teaming up.
How about this? How about we get a movie night with us watching that?
A what?
How about a movie night doing that?
Yeah, we should do that sometime. Let me know. We'll do that. We'll do a stream. Let me know when that'll work for you. All right, cool. Any last words on this movie, Mr. Matchstick?
Ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Have you ever used that? That's a good date speech. You know, you say that to your date, right? No. I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm falling flat. What'd you think, Daniel, of this movie?
I like it better than what I did in '89. I was very bitter. It broke some of the Last Crusade records, and I was just pissed off about that.
Okay, but Last Crusade still did well.
I know.
And everybody liked
number
it.
one.
Hey, Last Crusade is chilling at number one in the distance.
Yeah.
You can hear Batman.
Batman comes and knocks Indiana Jones flat on his butt. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Who would you cast Harrison Ford as a Batman character?
Oh, for the love of Pete, I don't know. See, Harrison Ford, I don't see him as a villain. I'm sorry, I can't see him as a villain.
Oh,
and What Lies Beneath, he was a bad guy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's like a more realistic bad guy.
How about Gordon?
What?
Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon, maybe.
Gordon?
I got to think on this. Who would I cast him as? Who the heck would I cast Harrison Ford as in the Batman movie?
You can cast him as a Harvey Dent.
Or Harvey Bullock, maybe. I mean, he's not heavy, though.
Well, Harvey Bullock's not always heavy.
Yeah, I could see him as a Harvey Bullock, maybe. Maybe
like a Harvey Dent.
Because I'm thinking Blade Runner, you know. I'm thinking, because I'm not seeing him as a good guy hero type, but I'm also not seeing him as a super villain either. So
maybe he can put. I think Harvey Dent would probably be good since he's Harrison Ford, the good guy, and
he could. He has the whole Aaron Eckhart thing. Yeah. So the whole good and evil duality. Yeah, maybe
he starts off as good guy Harvey Dent, then doesn't end up like that.
Yeah, maybe. So someday we'll have to do Batman Forever. What do you think, Daniel? Huh? Well, Matchstick on again for that. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you have the score to Batman Forever?
That's the third one.
I still
third one.
Third one.
Okay.
I want to talk about the soundtrack, not the score to that one, because that brings back memories. Remember that wonderful soundtrack that was sold everywhere?
Oh God!
Kiss Sign by Rose. Look at you! You're sighing. I don't know. I think I know what I'm getting you for birthday. I think it's limited edition vinyl Batman Forever soundtrack.
Hey, if only the Beretta wasn't at the desk on the other side of the room, I could escape this right now.
Okay. Anyways, all right.
I was gonna say I need to watch Batman Returns. It's been a long time.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we signing out.
Yeah.
Good night to the chat.
Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Thank you, Mr. Matchstick, for coming on tonight.
Anytime. Nice to meet you.
I'll keep that in mind. Nice to meet you. I've seen you in the chat for so long, and now we finally got to talk real time. So that's cool.
All right, cool.
And to learn you're so close to me, but I'm not going to dox any locations. I thought that was cool. Alistair, I picked up something for you from Red Hat the other day. It looked cool. I have no idea what it does, but maybe you'll like it. So when you come back to work in like 3 weeks, you can get it. Thank you everyone for coming by. Adopt, don't shop. We'll see you next week. We've got 2 possible titles, either Total Recall or Beverly Hills Cop 2. Is that right, Boomer?
1. I like
I'm sorry.
2,
1.
but we're gonna do 1.
Okay, do 1 first. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll get to 2 at some point. I have to get the score to it first before we do it. I have the soundtrack, but not the score.
I think it's available from La La Land. I think so.
I'll check their site if it still is. I might look into that as well. All right.
And I'm going to do a review on this book here pretty soon. I just got it today from Mondo. It's basically just a collection of all their soundtrack album covers. So
cool.
maybe this weekend. So thank you everyone for coming by. Have a good evening.